Greetings and welcome back, everyone, to another episode of The Angry Chicken. I am Garrett Weinzerl, and with me is Willie Dills Gregory. It's just the two of us. This is another brocast. Jocelyn
Dude's
is
Night Out. It is International Men's Day.
Is it?
By the way, did you know that? Yeah.
No,
so
I didn't.
Actually, we kicked Jocelyn to the curb, as we men do. We oppressed her, and she's not here.
You have such a warped sense of humor, and I feel like it's leveled up this year. Like some of your
What are you talking about, man? Hey, look, if you actually let me off the leash, we'd probably never get sponsorships or anything. But it's International Men's Day and World Toilet Day, which I'm pretty sure a man was like, by the way, that's all I want to do today is go sit on the toilet and play Hearthstone. So why don't we make it World Toilet Day while we're at it?
Sounds like a plan. And by the way, just so everyone knows, I bought you a very comfortable leash. I mean,
it is. It's a very nice leash. I really appreciate it.
It's not tormenting.
Yeah. It's not one of those choke collars that makes you want to call like somebody, animal protection something. But no, yeah, it's International Men's Day, World Toilet Day. So I celebrated by playing some Hearthstone on the toilet.
Nice. Very nice.
This Tavern Brawl in particular.
Yeah, exactly. So this is our Tavern Brawl episode for this week. It is Captain Blackheart's Treasure. Basically, the whole idea behind this is that Captain Blackheart, who is of Heroes of the Storm fame, I'm just gonna throw that in there, has he's left some treasure for us. So for this brawl, we get to choose a class, and each turn we get to open a chest of 3 random cards. Then we get to select one of those cards to put into our hand. So
it's cool. It's like playing Arena the whole time. Like Arena, but you pick the card on the turn, and then you get to decide. Like, yeah, it's amazing. It's the best thing ever.
I was also going to say it's like Discover, just all Discover all the time.
Yeah.
Because
it really celebrates the new Discover mechanic,
right? Because you don't get class cards that are not for your class.
Yes.
And oh, by the way, your entire deck is nothing but vanilla 2-drop 2/3 pirates. You actually, and you never draw cards from your deck past the opening mulligan phase.
No.
So you either start with 3 or 4 2/3 pirates, depending on if you went first or second, and then you just select one of 3 cards for the remainder of the game. Now you can get cards that draw you cards, and you will just keep drawing 2/3 pirates.
Correct. Yeah.
Yep.
And they look like what's the actual card? They're not the actual card, but they look like whatchamacallit, the one that gets better when you have the weapon.
Bloodsail Raider?
Bloodsail Raider? Yeah, that sounds right. That's what they look like. And so when I first saw it, I was like, when they all kind of picked, and the first time I played it, I mulliganed all of them to see, like, oh, okay, is it all like this, or is it like, I don't know, the Portal one where, like, there's some other stuff, or not the Portal one, what's the other one? Oh, the Web Spinner one where there's, like, some spells or something, right?
Right.
So I mulliganed them all. And then as soon as I saw the art, I didn't even look at the card. I was like, oh, well, clearly, like, Rogue and Warrior and Paladin are going to dominate this brawl. But no, it's the same art, but it does not have its ability. It's just 2/3.
Yeah, they literally took the Bloodsail Raider, they replaced its name with Pirate, took away all card text, and kept the stats and the mana cost.
Now, it still is a pirate, so, which is kind of weird, because Rogue has a lot of class-specific pirates.
Yep.
So Rogue does have a slight leg up, I would say, on this one, because you can actually get, was it One-Eyed Cheats is Rogue-specific, and then there's the other one, Shady Dealer, is a Rogue-specific card as well, which gets a buff if you have a pirate, which you pretty much will always have.
Yeah, you're more or less guaranteed to have a pirate. So this brawl, man, I gotta say, digging it. Totally digging this brawl. I really like it. Like you said, it feels like Arena the whole time. It feels like you're just playing with Discover every turn.
Yeah, it's every game. This is the first one where I played it, got my card, like I won my first game, and I just went right back in. I was like, yeah, let's do more of this, like right now. Usually I'll play it until I win, and then I'll go off and do other stuff, and maybe I'll come back to it. If I brawl me bro with D-Day that week or something, then we'll do that. But generally I play it once, and I'm like, okay, I get the gist. But this one I was like, holy crap, that was amazing. I didn't even open my pack. I just went right back in, played it again. Every game feels super different, super interesting. There's actually some strategy involved. I had some people play poorly against me, and I won because of that. And I had some people play really well against me, and they won because of that. So I really like this one.
Well, I opened my pack right away, and I got myself a Nat Peggle.
Oh.
Yeah. Caught one.
Did you not have Nat Peggle before? I think you dusted Nat Peggle, right?
I did, but I dusted him when he was turned from incredibly useful to one of the worst cards in the game.
Yeah. As you do. He's actually still fun, I think, like in some weird decks. I'm actually considering Nat Peggle in a Reno Jackson deck just to like give me like more ways to draw, but I don't know. Still probably bad.
Just play Shaman and do Mana Tide Totem.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
If you want more ways to draw that bad, make a Shaman Reno Jackson.
But see, the thing, I think the best Reno Jackson deck is the Warlock deck. That's what I've found so far.
It
just
is
the ability to like draw every turn, and when you have a bunch of random cards, sometimes you just don't have the exact card you need.
Yeah.
So the ability to draw 2 cards a turn is amazing.
Yeah. Plus, you have Reno Jackson healing, so you're not afraid about using your hero power.
Yeah.
You probably also have a repair or antique heal bot in there. I almost called it a reparo bot. Like, no, that's not
reparo bot.
That is not what it is. That's not what it
They're
is.
They're gonna have Antiquier heal bot next patch. It's gonna have 16 heal. But no, also you get free taps if you play Molten Giants. A lot of times late in the game, you can actually tap for free because it reduces the cost of the Molten Giant. So literally a free tap, and then you play Reno Jackson the same turn. So it's like it literally like was absolutely free.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very nice.
That's a good deck, man.
I dig it.
Deck.
I also
think
like
I'm like 13-7 with it or something like that.
I like Kibler's Reno Mage quite a bit. It's a fun deck.
Welcome to the Reno Jackson Brawl episode.
Yeah. Well, it's current events for the most part.
That's true.
We will be saving because some people in the chat room are like, "Why aren't you talking about Wing 2 of League of Explorers?" We will.
Oh yeah, well we got to. I haven't played it though, by the way. So
we're saving that for the prime discussion on Monday.
Okay,
we got to. That's going to be a big discussion like it was last week. So we'll be diving into it.
Yeah,
be diving into it there.
A lot of new fun stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but overall, this brawl really good. Do you have a class that you feel is stronger than the others?
Well, like I said, I think Rogue. I think Rogue is actually probably the best one. Your hero power is good. Your hero power is you don't have to, because what I found is you want to really like use all your mana every turn if you can, and just try to like. A lot of times I was seeing people pick cards and then not play them, just play their pirates. I think the best thing to do really is just play a tempo game, and even if like there's an amazing card in there, picking a card that you get to play now that's good and just playing the tempo game, I think is much better. But Rogue has the extra pirate synergy and also has a really good hero power, and they have some strong class cards too. And of course the mechanics that Rogue uses, like the combo mechanic, is often pretty good for tempo as well. So I think it's a tempo game in this brawl because you're not going to draw like extra cards. If you do, they're just going to be pirates, right? So like Warlock's not really good because your hero power, Warlock is okay. I'm not saying Warlock is bad, but Warlock's advantage is they get to draw cards from their deck. But when you're drawing only 2-3 pirates for 2, that weakens it quite a bit,
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. I forget at what point. I think it was Hammer of Wrath, deal 3 damage, draw a card. I like using them like, I want to see what I draw first, just because Hearthstone rules embedded in my brain. I'm like, oh wait, yeah, of course it's gonna be a 2-3, a 2-3
so I'm
pirate.
gonna draw exactly this, yeah. So like, there's other things too. I saw Paladins picking the draw 2 cards, Solemn Vigil, and I was like, you're just drawing more pirates, man. Like you'd rather just play like whatever you get from your selection of 3 cards. Pick the thing you can play right now and play it. So pick the 5-drop on turn 5. A couple times I made the exception where I picked like King Crush with the Hunter on like turn 2 because I was like, I'm not passing up King Crush. So, and then I just hero powered. But I really think that it's a tempo game. You should play it that way.
No, absolutely. It's pretty much like the same rules of Arena apply here. It's like the classes that are strong, I feel like, are the classes that have strong class cards. I had a good time playing Paladin here, for example, because I kept finding Murloc Knights. So that was making
That's pretty good. And your hero power is popping out of 1/1, which is always good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I also think this though too, that Warlock, if you look at it in general, has weaker class cards, and that's for a reason, because their hero power is so good that if they also had really strong class cards, they'd be what Paladin is now, right?
Right.
And
it's not like, don't misconstrue that as us saying like, oh, Warlock class cards are just straight up weak. It's like they're just slightly lower in power generally, or if their power does match what you're paying for them, chances are they're hurting you when they come into play, or you're discarding a card. There's always a drawback. You're either losing a little power or you're giving something up.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's not that I'm saying Warlock class cards are objectively bad. They're just slightly below par, I guess you could say, and they have to be because of the fact that you get to draw 2 cards a turn with Warlock. So
Exactly. Now, the fact that you don't draw cards in this game means you can play it a little differently. For example, I got to one of the choices in one of my games was Ancient Shade, which is one of the new cards, and it shuffles a curse into your deck that damages you when you draw it. And I snapped that thing up faster than you could blink because it has really good stats for what you're paying for, and the chances that I'm going to actually draw that curse are astronomically low.
Yeah. It changes the values of a lot of cards. So Beneath the Ground's not good. The opponent's never going to draw those. What is it? The ambushes to give you 4/4 Nerubians. Gang Up, not good. Gang Up whatever you want. You're not going to get it. Forgotten Torch is just a 3 damage, 3 spell or 3 cost card. You're never going to get the Fireball for 3. But then there's like stuff like Recycle is like straight up removal now. Like that's just kill a dude. It's never coming back, right? Malorn not coming back. Iron Juggernaut never gonna draw the mind. Like you gotta alter your thing. Oh, Fell Reaver would actually be amazing, by the way, because who cares about all those cards in my deck? Get rid of them. I don't care. I don't want those cards.
That's a really good point. And you were joking before the show even started that don't play Reno Jackson.
Oh yeah, Reno Jackson.
Don't take him.
Although he's still a 4/6 for 6, I guess that's not terrible. But
yeah, but you're never gonna get that heal effect. Yeah, I guess you're right. His stats are good for what you're paying to play him, so he's fine as a vanilla body. But I'm just trying to think of the weird scenario where like maybe you played Mage and you got really lucky with your Arcane Intellects and you got to actually draw down to there's one card left.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen. I did play a Mage game where I got to pick 2 Ronins, and both of them died, and I got to unleash 6 arcane missiles on my opponent, which was pretty fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think Mage is pretty good too because their hero power is awesome, right?
So, it's so effective. You know, it has a board presence. The other thing
it kind of comes down to what classes are good in Arena. They're probably pretty good here. Like it just kind of works that way, right?
No, absolutely.
Board centric hero powers are always going to be good. Warriors probably not great because your hero power just armors you up, can't heal anything. Priest is okay, but felt kind of weak.
Yeah, Priest was actually
one of the only games I lost.
Priest was the first class I tried, and I got destroyed.
Yeah.
But I think the thing I like the most about this brawl is because it's the random nature of it, but you still have a choice. It's super slow. It is probably the slowest brawl we've had so far, and that's something. If you listen to our brawl episodes over and over, is kind of one of our main criticisms is that a lot of the brawls are still super fast. A lot of people still just get in there with their aggro decks and do whatever, especially on on constructed weeks.
Yeah.
But I like how this brawl is kind of slowed things down. It's a slower paced game. They go a little longer.
It's like a build a deck. It's like a deck building game. You know, like you on the fly build your deck and play your deck at the same time, right? So there's some really cool kind of games that are all built around that thing of build your deck as you play type stuff, and like now we get it within Hearthstone. It's really, really cool. I think somebody predicted this too a few weeks ago. Somebody had like data mined this brawl and said, "Oh, we're gonna get a deck building brawl," and I was really looking forward to it, and it did not disappoint. This one I think is the best, and like you said, it's moved slower. I haven't had people conceding after like 3 turns because they're way behind or whatever. I've had games play out until somebody actually won the game.
Yeah, man. Even when I'm behind, I just want to see what my next 3 card selection is. It's fun. It's good.
Hey, you always think I might get Deathwing this time. I could get Deathwing. It's always a hope.
Yeah. Honestly, it's just nice. I feel like overall the brakes have been pulled on Hearthstone. You know, in constructed, things have slowed down drastically thanks to Reno Jackson, and now even in our brawl, things have slowed down a bit.
Yeah, it's crazy. Right now, Hearthstone is crazy, man. All that winding that everyone was doing a few weeks ago is like all gone because now it's like the control meta has arrived. I'm playing weird decks in the ladder.
I am loving the Hearthstone Reddit the most I have in a long time because the majority of the discussion over there is actually about the game and playing and specifically playing the game, which up until BlizzCon was not really the case.
No, And I mean, I agreed with some of the well thought out arguments that people were making in some of the articles, but we didn't know about this and what they were about to give us, and I'm sure, they were just like, why respond to any of this? We know we're about to introduce Reno Jackson. We'll let them all run around like chickens with their heads cut off, and we'll put out Reno Jackson in a week and it'll be fine. And that's exactly what happened. Like, Reno Jackson just was like, boom, what's up, dudes? I'm here. And now everyone is playing the slowest, craziest decks. And all the games are taking like 10 minutes. And I love it. I love it. It's awesome. I think I streamed yesterday for my first hour. And I was like, what's my record? And I looked and I was like, 3-1? I've only played 4 games? What? And like, that has not been the case for a long time on the ladder.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we, at any point in the history of the show, ever predicted that something would be done to the game to make a deck where you include nothing but one-ofs viable.
Yeah, and good, like actually good. And now people are. I think what's going to happen is people are going to fine tune it where the 2-ofs matter, and there's like because I was playing a deck the other day. It was like a stall mage deck, and I had two ice blocks and 2 ice barriers and like 2 frost novas, 2 doomsayers, stuff like that. But the fact is, I'm going to draw through most of my deck anyway, and the Reno Jackson is supposed to happen like when I have like 3 cards left in my deck, right? So that's like when you play it. So it's okay, but I still like the most fun I've had is the Warlock Reno deck. Like that's just, I'm just drawing. I'm like, what am I going to get this time? Ooh, like, and it's got so many tech cards in it. I've got stuff like Mind Control tech and Black Knight, and like all the like weird swingy tech cards in there because you can afford to do it when you get to heal the fool.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Hearthstone's in a really good place right now.
Yeah, so. No, I think so, and I think Tavern Brawl, like if they could do more stuff like this, people would might have assumed a year ago or whatever it was when they announced Tavern Brawl that if you were to tune into a Tavern Brawl episode without Jocelyn, it would be me and Garrett back and forth shitting on Tavern Brawl and saying, yep, we were right. It's terrible. Where's our tournament mode? And yeah, here we are talking about how awesome we think it is. And it's like, I've flipped like a lot on Brawl, and mostly just because of what they've been able to do with it. I was expecting this super casual whatever mode, and some of the random brawls have been that, and I haven't enjoyed them. But then we get stuff like this that's just so interesting, and there's so much nuance to each game. And even last week, the Farian versus Ragnaros, they like tuned it back so that now Rag is a little bit stronger. And that was much more fun. And I really enjoyed that again.
And as Nefarian, you were seeing some of the new cards.
Yeah, that was super cool. But yeah, did you notice like how so they lowered the amount of charges on the weapon? So you got to your Ragnaros hero power faster?
Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't get a chance to play it a lot. I think I only got Nefarian. So.
Oh, okay. Well, they also made it so there was the one card that gave you 2 core hounds, 2/4 core hounds, and before they were just like core hounds, just 2/4s. But now, if one lived, it would resummon the other one that died at the end of the turn.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. So
they buffed it a few different ways, but Ragnaros was very strong this time, I think. Oh,
my
got a little
Chihuahua's
zoo action going on there.
He's getting real excited back there, and you know what? All right, fine. You're leaving, buddy. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, Garrett is taking out the puppy. I will talk about what I hope they do with Tavern Brawls going forward. And I hope they do more stuff like this. I really like on-the-fly deck building stuff. I would like to see something where each turn, like I like the one where you could have like the perfect draw, but let's do instead of the perfect draw and you build a deck that's like kind of what. You could build the perfect deck, and so like Astral Communion worked. I would like to see this brawl, but with that on curve every turn. So on turn 1, you get a choice of 3 1-drops. On turn 2, you get a choice of 3 2-cost cards. That type of thing. I think there's a lot they can do with this mechanic. So while you were taking out while you were dealing with pest control, I was telling everybody what I want them to do with Brawl going forward.
Did you just call my dog a rat?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was okay. That's a dog. Got it. All right.
You try to be nice to your animals. You try to not put them in the kennel while you're doing a podcast, and they crap all over your goodwill.
Yeah, I mean, you're like, look, can I trust you? Can I trust you? And then, nope, can't trust you.
Yeah, I do almost every Brawl episode with him back there, and he never raises a peep, and now he's just
something riled him up, huh?
Barking at the wind.
So I actually, when I moved to Austin, my plan is to get a dog. I'm probably going to get a really small dog. So even though I'm making fun of you, that's exactly the kind of dog I think.
Dude, small dogs are the way to go.
Yeah.
If
For real.
if you don't have like a nice big fenced-in yard where you can let your boxer or Labrador run free.
Yeah, I'm not going to trap like a massive beast in my little apartment. That's just cruel.
So, hey, because we're not done with our Reno love, I want to let our listeners know that, if you're as in love with Reno as we are, and you want to start a fan site to enshrine your love to Reno, you should do so at squarespace.com, because they are sponsoring this episode of The Angry Chicken, and you can use the code TAC to get 10% off your first order.
That's true. Actually, if you want to be rich, because when you play Reno Jackson, you're rich. The best way to do it is start a website, do a Squarespace. You'll be rich.
Are you?
I promise to you.
I need to start putting disclaimers.
Squarespace is a get-rich-quick scheme, all right? But it works. This one works.
I need to start putting disclaimers after every single thing you say. Oh, man.
Yeah. You should have like a little thing where you talk really fast and be like, Willie Dills made up everything he says. Squarespace does not promise that you will be rich.
The only thing we can promise you is your website will look good for very little effort.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now
wonderful.
that we can promise you 100% of the time.
Yeah. You know how it goes.
Actually, Squarespace came up with this brawl idea. They called Yang Wu and they were like, yo, I got a great idea for a brawl.
Well, because as you said during our live BlizzCon episode, Squarespace and Ben Brode are actually the same person.
That's true. Yeah. You've never seen him in the same place.
Yeah. He's Ben Brode is the Batman of web design.
It was weird. I was watching the Hearthstone final. Ben Brode was talking to me and he was like, I got to go. And then immediately, like 5 minutes later, Squarespace came up, started hanging out with me. So that's all the proof I need.
You're a ridiculous human being, Dills.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Never change. Well, you want to take a brawl email before we wrap this sucker up?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Hello.
Hello, it's me.
Hello.
Just quickly, do you get my message?
Yep.
Oh.
Hello, brother.
Just a reminder, all you fine folks out there, you can send your emails to tacpodcast@gmail.com. Our email today comes to us from Raven, and he writes, it's funny because Jocelyn's not here. He says, Dear Joss and the other guys.
We'll pass the message on. Don't worry, Raven.
But this is a direct reply to her Brawl episode last week with D-Day.
Okay.
Raven says, after hearing the Brawl show with you and D-Day, I think you are completely right. Brawl is the Hearthstone PTR. Mechazod was the test for a co-op raid. I disagree with you, though, that a chat is needed. I think if you knew what was in your opponent's or what was in your partner's hand, then you would be OP. There's a tradition in classic card games, like something I cannot pronounce, or spades.
I think it's euchre.
Euchre? Okay, we'll go with that. Where you're playing
like a poker alternate. It's like a poker style game, but you play with other people. I think. I've never tried it though. Yeah.
Gotcha. He said where you're playing with a partner, but you're not allowed to share your hand. There is a skill in playing to compliment your teammate without being sure what she or he is holding. Love the show. Listener since Death by Sheep. That's our first episode for those of you who don't know. Patron by choice. Not to read a lot. Well, too late. He says, congratulations to me on my wedding. Many happy returns. Aw, thanks, Raven. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know how much I agree with everything Raven said here.
Well, I think there's a game. There's a version where you could see your opponent's hand and work together that way. That would be interesting. But I think there also is merit to not knowing and trying to figure it out trying to discern what your opponent may have or your partner may have. I think isn't Bridge played like this too? In Bridge, I think you don't know what your.
Keep asking me about games that my grandparents play that I have no idea how they actually function.
It's gonna be sad one day. Like no one's gonna play games like Bridge anymore, or euchre, or spades. It's a sad day. It'll be a sad day.
I'll make my insufferable millennial joke of who really gives a shit if those games
like,
are no
Dad,
longer played.
What's checkers? Like, well, checkers is a game you played with your hands. Played with your hands. By the way, it's 2015. We're not supposed to use our hands anymore. What the hell?
According to Back to the Future 2, which, as you know, got everything correct.
Everything
wrong.
But no, I mean, I do agree that there's a cool like bit of strategy that goes in with not knowing and working together. So having incomplete information and working with a partner without knowing what exactly they have, I think is a cool thing. But I think there's also room for the other way too. And with Tavern Brawl, they can do whatever they want. So
yeah, I mean, if we were to kind of expand upon it, and you and I really haven't had a chance to talk about the Unite Against Mechazod Brawl, because
that's right, yeah.
I was on my honeymoon. You were off doing a golf tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the brawl was awesome and rather brilliant, and I was really impressed by how they used Hearthstone as it currently exists to give us a co-op experience.
Yeah, no, it was very, very imaginative, I would say.
Yeah, but on the flip side of that, that's definitely not the 2-player mode I was kind of hoping we would eventually get in Hearthstone. So I would still like to see down the road in some magical fairyland where it's easy to code. I would love to see a 2 versus 2 where you can see each other's hands.
Yeah, like we're on the same side. Because think about when you play Two-Headed Giant in Magic and you're like looking at your other guy's hand. You're like, what should I do? What should you do? And you're making your turns together.
Mm-hmm.
We did actually. I played some of that in at BlizzCon. Who did I play against? Played against Cole and Ibit Boy. What's his name?
Tristan?
Brian's son, Tristan. Thank you. And I had my buddy Michael was on my team, and it was super fun. You take your turns at the same time, and you basically you can't dip into each other's mana and stuff, but you can kind of work together, and it was really enjoyable. I would love to see something like that in Hearthstone for sure.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
How would they do it on phones? I guess is the problem, right?
Yeah, there's really not a whole lot of screen real estate.
Yeah, you'd have to maybe be able to swipe to see the other guy's hand or something, and then swipe back to your hand, or I don't know, something.
I'm sure there's some bizarre way that we're not thinking of. And also, this is kind of highlighting the fact that it's not that easy. So I'm sure they're noticing these issues too over at Blizzard HQ if they're actually trying to accomplish a 2 versus 2 co-op head-to-head challenge in Hearthstone.
They have said that they want everything at this point to work on all platforms. So if we get a 2v2, it's going to be on your phone.
Yeah. Well. And honestly, 2v2, as much as I would like it, for me personally, pretty low on my would really like this added to the game list.
Yeah, I'm with you there. There's a few things I want first. I want my tournament modes, and I want a tournament lobby to be able to just log in and play some fun tournaments for whatever. I want all that stuff before I want this. So
I want competitive arena before anything else.
There you go.
That's what I want, man. I want that. Just let me challenge my friend with my arena deck.
Yep. By the way, people in chat are asking if we're going to play the Brawl. We do not play the Brawl on this show, just as we do not play on the ladder on our Prime shows.
But we also talk about arena sometimes.
Yeah. But I mean, on the show, we don't play.
It is a podcast, which is
about the game.
Primarily consumed in an audio-only format. So,
yes.
Man, that would be boring.
But if Garrett doesn't have to run off, I'm down to play some after we're done.
Yeah,
so.
I think I totally have time for a best of one.
Okay.
Then I have to go do dinner.
One.
So
I challenge you, sir.
So chat room, you'll get your wish, and maybe we'll tack this on to the video version for the patrons. So
there you go, a little after show action.
Yeah, little after show for the show we don't usually do an after show for, but we'll figure it out. Hopefully, we're not stepping on Kristen's Heroes pre-show, but extra 10 minutes won't kill anyone. Alrighty, but Raven, man, thank you for your email. Keep them coming in, guys. Again, tacpodcast@gmail.com. That's more or less going to do it for our Brawl episode this week. We got to thank our patrons because they're the reason we do an extra show every week. We have this Tavern Brawl episode, so thank you so much, patrons. If you want to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/TAC. This week we want to thank Deezer I, Garrett S, not me, different Garrett, spelt correctly, got 2 R's and 2 T's and everything. Flamer Gamer, which makes me laugh. Alex M. and Stuart W., thank you guys for being patrons of The Angry Chicken. We really do appreciate your support. And also, if you're leaving us reviews on iTunes, we really appreciate that as well. This week, we want to thank BD Butt, Dire Bear, Bolvar's Champion. Dude, Bolvar's Champion listens to The Angry Chicken. I mean, if that's not star power,
I knew it.
I don't know what is. I mean, it'd be nice if Bolvar listened. But
yeah, but I'll take his champion.
Yeah. Especially if it was now Lich King Bolvar. That'd be pretty great.
Oh, damn.
Man, Lich King listens to The Angry Chicken. Oh, yeah. Also, thanks to Skizzik, and Sorry. I'm going to say that's Sorry A.
Yeah, so it's a very Canadian person.
Very Canadian.
This is the most Canadian person of all time.
Yep. Check out Angry Chicken on amove.tv or over at youtube.com/amovetv. Thanks to our Patreon producers Declan H, LVE, and Barry Scott L. Get our t-shirt on slashloot.com. We can be found on Twitter at TAC Podcast, on Facebook /amovetv, and on Reddit at tacpodcast.reddit.com. Catch the Prime Show every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/amovetv. And big thanks to Alpha Geek Radio and our mobile for our mobile live stream, and Brian Griffith Music for our music. Dills, where can folks find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Willie Dills. You can check out my stream. It's twitch.tv/WillieDillsSF. I am actually now, BlizzCon's over. All that stuff happened. We did MJ World Championships. We have entered the stream every day phase, and it's happening. And so, yeah, it's awesome. So every day, around 2 or 3, depending on when I get done with work and actually get some food in my body, or if we have a Brawl episode, I will start the stream. So today I will start it after this Brawl episode is done. And that's Monday through Thursday. And then Friday nights, we'll do a little later stream generally. And then we'll stream one day on the weekend. So that'll be kind of up in the air depending on what happens. So that one won't be scheduled. But tomorrow night, Whiskey Gamers, we're doing it. Me, D-Day, whoever else wants to join in. We drink whiskey. We play video games. That's what we do. So anybody who wants to join in, you are more than welcome. We're all going to have a big Skype call going, and we're going to play whatever the hell we want. So I would encourage anybody who likes to drink whiskey and play games to join us.
What if you don't like to drink whiskey, but you like to play games?
That's fine, too, But you'll probably won't like it when everyone gets super drunk and starts slurring their words and you're totally sober. Okay. It's like going to a party when you don't drink, and you're just like,
I would.
You guys aren't as funny as you think you are.
I made this point on the Angry Nerd this week. Because I was recanting how I was on antibiotics and I couldn't drink at BlizzCon this year, and this is the first BlizzCon I've ever spent my evening sober. Mm-hmm. It is incredibly entertaining to watch everybody else who's just blitzed out of their skulls as a sober person. It's wonderful. I love it.
I will say this though, I for 5 years because of the relationship I was in, I was totally sober, and I stopped going to parties, man. It might be fun for a little while. It might be fun until it's gone. But after a while, you're like, you guys are just talking really loud, man. I'm right next to you. It's just...
I agree with you. Yeah, you do need a certain level of alcohol to be able to suffer the volume of other drunk people.
You're like, everyone, it's not that exciting what just happened. But, but when you are drunk, oh, man, it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good time. Folks, you can find me on Twitter at Garrett Art. I'm also over at nomoonart.com. That's my graphic design portfolio. I'm on Into the Nexus this evening, if you're watching live, talking Heroes of the Storm.
So Heroes of the Storm is so fun right now. Except for Cho'Gall is everywhere, but I love the balance changes and the scaling stuff.
I actually had really cool. 3 games today that did not have Cho'Galls in them.
Wow.
Yeah.
We were actually last night trying to come up with like the anti-Cho'Gall comp. We're like, screw that. We won't play with Cho'Gall. We'll anti-Cho'Gall. And it's kind of hard to figure out what that is because
probably a bunch of
Cho, and then Gall still does stuff.
You probably just want a bunch of auto attacker giant killer builds.
Giant killer dudes, yeah. So I was playing Falstad, and we had Raynor, I think, and then
Vala.
But I was thinking about this too. Brightwing, polymorph. That's I think the way to go because you can't stun Cho'Gall, but you can polymorph.
You can shape shift Cho'Gall. Yeah. That is correct. That is very correct.
Or a Nubarak web wrap him, and then you just like lock him so you have. Brightwing and a noob, and you just like keep them out of the fight for a while.
Preview of tonight's Into the Nexus. We will be talking about what moves you basically get double the value for when you use them on a Cho'Gall, and web wrap is one of them because you're essentially web wrapping 2 heroes.
2 guys, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, that's gonna do it for the show. Check out the Angry Nerd. New episodes up. Check out patreon.com/TAC if you want to support the show, and check out squarespace.com. Use the code TAC, get 10% off your first order. We thank you guys for listening, and we will see you this upcoming Monday for the next episode of The Angry Chicken. It will be a Prime episode. We'll be talking all about this next wing of League of Explorers. But until then, job's done.
Job's done. Job's done.
Yes! Had a nice unison there.
Yeah. So I got this mic set up, which I think is way better, but... It's an SM57, which is
you sound much better.
Yeah, but I really need like just a
pop filter
condenser mic though. I need a good mic. This is a great mic for miking like a kick drum or singing in a punk band at a concert, but not the best mic for podcasting. Still better than what I was using though. So
Yeah. I feel like there's sales on these hails every now and then.
Yeah, I need something that's kind of lightweight though, because I want to be able to like quickly swing it around and all that kind of stuff. So I'll look for something.
Cool, man.
All right, let's brawl, man.
Sweet. What's the hand? I'm just trying to think. What's the nice version of the hand mic I bought? Honestly, just a nice hand mic. Probably do you just fine with a little foam bit over the top. All right, let me load up Hearthstone and.
Well, I mean, a 58 would be fine. I have one, but I don't have like a little thing for the top of it. This doesn't pop too much though, as long as I don't talk right into it. If I talk right into it and I pop.
Yeah. Oh man, I gotta say though, when you just got closer, your voice got real nice.
Yeah, that's the proximity effect.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with that, yeah.
If you slapped some type of pop filter on that guy, I bet you'd sound
just
real
talked
nice.
into it like this the whole time.
Yeah, you just got real close and you talked. Hello, everyone out there.
This is the proximity effect for anybody who doesn't know. When you get closer to the mic, it picks up all the bass tones that are lost because of like bass tones are actually larger waves that move slower, and the mic doesn't actually even get the whole wave, and that's why you don't hear it. But when you get right up to it, it goes right in there. Interesting, right?
Yeah.
I went to school for this
Sweet.
shit, man. All right. Should we mirror match or should we just random pick it up?
I'm gonna random. Oh crap! You can see my picks. Closing.
I'm not looking.
I'm done sharing my video with you.
All right. I'll turn it on the stream.
Blind picks.
All right, let's see. I'm just going to. I haven't played this yet. Well, we'll try this.
Serving beverages. How fitting for the bro.
I got my pot of tea. It's so good.
Nice.
This has been my thing now with streaming, is that because I'm streaming during the day, so I'm not gonna start drinking. So we get a full pot of tea. By the way, here's the other thing: anybody who takes a long time on their mulligans is a fucking asshole. In this brawl. Come on, man.
I'm right there with you, man.
Wow, this is an interesting one. Huh. But yeah,
Oh
so
crap!
my
I
thing now
clicked
is
too
like-
fast. Oh, I gotta land. Oh, I don't know what I was gonna get. Oh no.
What?
Oh.
You just clicked something?
I was just doing my nervous clicking on the ground to make dust, and a card came up and just boop selected it. It's okay. I think I can use this.
Okay.
And if I lose, I'll just blame it on this one MacGuffin.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got an out now. I can't believe I did that. Oh, that's so bad. I need to stop
Should
clicking.
have talked about that on the show. Here's quick bit of advice: don't randomly click where the discover cards will show up. Oh damn, that's pretty good.
That's the accidental thing I grabbed. I'm like, I think this will work out. Alrighty. Hey, Mounted Raptor.
New card hype.
What does Mounted Raptor do again? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, some is a one. It's
Death
like the
Rattle, some of the random
smallest
ones.
piloted shredder ever.
Tiny little shredder, but it's only for Druid. The art on it is awesome. I just watched Jurassic World again on the plane back from Vegas.
That is a really stupid but really fun movie.
Yeah, no, it's the dumbest, but it's so fun. Like, just everything they had Chris Pratt's character do to make him look cool. Like, yeah, not only is he trained raptors, but he works on his motorcycle all day.
His motorcycle that has no business driving where it's driving.
Yeah. Yeah, he brought his motorcycle to this island in Costa Rica.
Like, that I could have believed, dirt trails or something. But there's a scene where he's driving through a damn rainforest with no trail whatsoever. And it's just like, okay, you know what, Jurassic Park, you have officially cashed in all of the goodwill I'm giving you on suspension of disbelief.
All right, let's do this. Gonna take some damage here.
I've gotten a lot of damage in from that not blood cell raider.
Value trade. And also, why would T-Rex give a crap about the other dinosaur? Really? Was he just like, or she was just like, this is my land, this is my island? I think that was like what they're trying to get at, but that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is also the most hipster motorcycle ever. Yeah, it was like a Triumph, right? Like a chrome Triumph.
I don't know motorcycles. I've never been a never
That's
been a
the kind of
guy.
motorcycle you buy when you've never owned a motorcycle, and then you immediately go out and get goggles.
You got a dragon egg.
What'd I get?
Actually, that's of all the things you could get,
Oh,
that's
okay.
not too bad. I mean,
Take it.
you're definitely gonna get at least one whelp out of it.
Especially when I can do this.
Oh, you got something. Oh shit! Oh, that is.
All right.
That's just the worst.
We got the board back. But for how long?
Oh my god, the selections I'm getting so many amazing things that don't help me right now. So I'm not
Yeah.
grabbing them.
You got to take the, you got to like decide, is the now more important or is the future more important? But if you fall behind now, you may never even get to play them.
Yeah. What am I doing next turn? See, I don't know if that's gonna be any good. I really want this. I may regret this. I'm doing this. I'm doing it.
All right. Oh, damn. These are not good choices. What do I do here?
Come on, you're an arena player. You're used to this.
Yeah.
Pick the best of the worst decisions. That's a problem. Did you already have that in your hand? I didn't see where that came from.
Yeah, that was already in my hand.
Oh, gotcha.
I picked that
I
like
think
on turn 2 or something, I think.
this is the obvious choice. Oh, that makes me sad. That makes me a really sad panda. If I had just let one more dude die before playing Bolvar.
Yeah. But it was turn 5. You're not gonna hold on to Bolvar forever.
Yeah. And look at the sick top deck.
Oh damn! What'd you draw? Oh shit! You drew a pirate?
Yeah, Pirate Paladin, man. It's all the rage right now.
Okay.
Temporal Paradox. This is not an overlay I generally use for game streaming. It just so happens that it it would work for this. Yep, that works. Ooh, Spectral Knight. I hate that guy.
Yeah.
Um,
He's pretty good in this brawl, I think, too. This is just a good card. It's funny that this card doesn't really make it into any decks anymore. Remember, it was in... oh, damn. It was in Firebat's deck at the World Championships
yeah.
last year. Holy crap. I hear yours going off, and then I hear mine going off. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, sorry, it's set up for the podcast. I don't really have a way to stop that without completely unhooking everything. This is actually, this mode right here, where I have to watch you pick 3 cards and vice versa for you, is the most I've ever seen the card back shown off.
That's true.
Oh, man.
I had to contemplate whether it was worth holding on to Harrison, but you have to get shown a weapon and then select a weapon. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah. I've been making Silverhand recruits.
Put your faith in the light.
Oh my god.
Should have held on to Harrison.
I guess I should have. Holy crap.
I picked that up many turns ago and was like, I don't know if I should take this, but I really want it.
Okay. Okay, we've got a plan.
Uh-oh.
We've got a plan, boys.
Uh-oh. I don't like it when Dills has a plan. You also have really nice board presence, but
Yeah.
oh no. No. Oh, that is the pits.
Plan, boys.
You're such a dick. Oh god. Well, at least I'll know how much damage that spell does. Not taking it though.
Okay. This is big dudes. You got some big dudes.
Yeah, but Tyrion's going down.
Oh my.
Oh?
Oh my.
Oh, I don't like it when you say "oh my" like that, Dills. I don't like it.
I think I have to take this, even if it's not the best choice.
Oh, jeez. You got Dark
It's
Whispers,
just
didn't
so
you?
fun.
You got Dark Whispers, didn't you?
No, but this card's too fun. Okay, how do I do this?
Soul of the Forest would be really bad for me right now.
Yeah. I'm a little bit concerned about. I think I still have to like sack my whole friggin' board, don't I? Shit.
I don't see a way around it.
Yeah.
I still lose Ashbringer, so I mean, you've still
Yeah.
mitigated a decent amount of damage, and your Spectral Knight
mean,
has.
I could take 6 damage, but you have 6 damage on the board. Well, I'll take 5 damage. You know what? Screw that. We're taking the damage.
Oh?
Yep.
So you must. Your Battlecry. They're kind of pointless
I
in
draw
this
4 pirates.
in this scenario.
Oh, I don't get to do it twice. Oh, I thought I was gonna draw 6 pirates. Oh well. Science.
Oh my god. I can't. You are about to hate me.
Oh no.
Put your faith in the light.
What? God damn it.
What are the chances? Oh god, I love it.
This,
Getting rid of Harrison.
damn it.
Ah. Well, let me guess. You got a Harrison off of that.
No.
Okay.
I didn't get a Harrison. Son of a.
You know, Bran plus Harrison will be really cool if there's ever a weapon that has a death rattle that re-equips a weapon.
Yeah.
That would be pretty neat.
I think I just lose now. How do I do this? What do I do?
Oh, you got something targeted. You're thinking about killing my Guardian.
Oh man.
Yeah, you draw that. You draw that freaking pirate.
Yeah. Son of a. It's Tyrion, man. Double Tyrion. How do you beat that? Paladins.
Yep.
Filthy paladins.
Well, GG, man.
Don't test me.
Yeah,
child.
can't beat paladins, dude. They're too good. Especially when they get to play 2 Tyrions. I actually had an Aviana, and I was like, one of these days I'm going to have a board, and then I'm just going to, like, blow you up with everything in my hand. But I never got there because of Tyrion. I even had, like, a good way to deal with the first one, but I spent everything to do it. Oh, well.
I love the chat room. Daniel Newman in the chat room says, my death rattle is that I get salty when I lose. Yeah, and I'm just pleased as punch when I win. But I'd love to best of 3, man, but I got to make dinner for ITN. So
No, that's cool. All right, man. Have a good one.
Thanks for the game.
Chat room, I will be streaming in about 20 minutes or so. I got to go grab something to eat myself, but
Sweet.
then we'll be back. We'll stream. Later, dude.
see you.